So Jay Electronica, the album that surfaced, Act Two. A lot of people are talking about how dope it was, and for me, in my personal opinion, just from a listener standpoint, I was actually upset. I wasn't upset that it leaked. It's just I thought that there were a lot of dope ideas, a lot of shells, a lot of reference tracks that could have been better because I could see where they were going. A lot of that was unfinished, a lot of instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? So I could kind of see what they were going to do, but it didn't really get me excited because it kind of left me on the cliff. That's just me. You know, I could see the potential in the record. I saw some reviews where people were really excited about it and they had a good time with it. But my question to you guys is, thinking about Act Two, thinking about the album that he just dropped with Jay a few months back, where are we at in terms of?
You mean the Jay-Z album with, featuring Jay Electronica?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay.
Where are we?
Am I wrong?
I mean, if you want to keep it a buck verse wise, that's debatable. It's debatable. But my question to you all is just for us to discuss in the chat as well. Shout out to the chat. Will Jay Electronica's legacy, will that be looked at as overrated or will it be underappreciated? Because this guy gets a lot of peas from the game because he's a dope lyricist. I'm not here to say he can't rap. The fam has really been Brett Favre, pump faking on training camp for the past 10, 15 years. I'm like, I'm over it. Like, either drop the album or not. So I want to go around the room and ask you guys what you think in terms of his legacy. Will it be overrated or underappreciated? Spoolz, talk to me. Where are you at with Jay Electronica?
I don't know. I mean, I still think there's time for him to put out more music if he wants to,
Okay.
I mean, not like there's no, nothing stopping him from doing that. But will he be overrated or underappreciated? Is that what we said?
Yeah, just based off perception, because Jay Electronica has been the guy that's been, pump faking. We're gonna put the album out. I got an album with Just Blaze. I got this. I got that, and it never comes out.
I'll put it this way: I really like Jay Electronica, but he's not good enough to, in my opinion, to have this kind of strategy with his, this music. As far, if Jay Electronica, his goal is to like make music or make money in music and shit, like this ain't doing it. You know what I mean? Or like be some kind of mysterious guy who, like that's fine if he wants to do that. You know what I mean? Like Doom did that, but he made music and he dropped it too. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so should he have this? Should he have this legendary status? Like Jay Electronica there's an aura about him. He's only dropped, a handful of projects. Like, is that justified?
That's what I'm saying. Is I don't think because. I think he still has to put out more music and more really good music to be considered a legend, right? He's made some legendary songs. Yeah. Exhibit, A, B, and C, I think. You know what I mean? C for sure. It's like that's song that's incredible. Like,
yeah.
But
I agree.
And in a few other joints, but no, I think it's a little early to call. I know people like to throw that word around pretty liberally these days, you know what I mean? So no, I don't think Jay Electronica is a legend right now, but he could be one if he puts out more music or does something else. I mean, I'm not saying he has to, like, just as a human being. I think I always try to take this human being side of it real quick too, like when we're talking, like if the dude doesn't want to do shit, then don't. It's fine,
right?
You know what I mean? Like,
so
he's never really been the kind to like tease, has he? Oh, I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna put this out.
Really, the media and the fans.
Now, maybe I could be wrong. I'm sure people will correct us if we're wrong if he has tweeted that shit, but like not big time. Like if I, like.
So
like, I remember the Cure from RZA was supposed to come out because they were talking about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it came up in an article or something. You know what I mean? Like, it took forever. It never came out. Did the Cure ever come out?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Like, because that was supposed to be his first record, and then it wound up being Bobby Digital.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Spoolz.
That's what I think. That's what I think, man. Yeah.
Spoolz, before I go, I got to put you on the clock before I go to someone else. With that being said, you have to pick one: overrated or underappreciated.
When it's all said and done, or currently?
When it's currently as it stands today. If somebody asks you,
currently as it stands today.
Yes, is he overrated or underappreciated?
I still think he's underappreciated. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Lone. Based off what we talked about, the media, perception, all that stuff. We know how that goes. What are your thoughts? Underappreciated, or overrated?
I don't care, but
I know you don't. For the sake of what we're talking about here, for this great show that we do, I'm gonna make you have to give me an answer.
First, let me make sure everyone understands one thing.
Yeah. It's just it's like he hasn't put out enough material to even have this conversation to me. So it's like, I don't know, the way he is right now. I kind of agree with Brad. Like, he has the time if he wants to put out more material and potentially, however he wants to put it out. Let's say he puts out 5 albums in the next 15 years, whenever he wants to, and they're all amazing, then yeah, I think maybe he could be in the conversation of, his status may jump up a little bit. But for me specifically right now, I think he's a bit overrated, depending on who you talk to. Like, I don't know a lot of people personally that gas him up as this crazy the greatest lyricist right now or anything like that. I don't see that. So I don't, and at the same time, I don't really see people talking about him. So I can't really say he's overrated or underappreciated. I think he's just dropping music whenever he feels like it. And then, like, I'm not even interested in listening in his new project. So maybe he's underappreciated for me.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah. There more. Based off everything that you know about Jay Electronica, is he overrated or is he underappreciated?
Overrated.
Oh, okay. Talk to me. Why?
Well, because there are still people extolling him as the next savior or the next guy in hip hop, and I'm like, that would have made sense if you were talking to me in 2010. And when I heard about him being signed to Rock Nation and it's a year after Exhibit C, and we got some mixtape joints. But now look, because shout out to Fake Shore Drive and Andrew Barber, like, basically this album that we got on, what was it, Sunday night or Monday, is basically the album that aside from a couple of Kanye features, is the album that we were supposed to get like 8 or 9 years ago. And one of the tracks on there is, once again, it's a Shiny Suit Theory again. And then
I hated that, by the way.
And then one of the songs is just a walkie-talkie commercial from like the 1950s or some shit. I understand. Maybe someone will probably say, "Oh
shit, that's ill."
Yeah, exactly. Somebody be like, "Oh, you missing the meaning behind that." I'm like,
that's rare.
You don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, and I feel like he's one of those guys where maybe he doesn't care about me saying, overrated, because he doesn't. I think when we talked about this before, he doesn't want it like that. Like, we just got it's the beginning of October, and we got our 3rd West Side Gun album this year.
Yep.
And
they're all good.
Yeah. And like, and I'd have been happy if I just got Pray for Paris, which I think smokes both of these Jay Electronica albums. I enjoy them way more than either of them than the Jay Electronica album. But he's giving us 3.
I'm torn, Jay, more because of, the only reason I'm torn is because I know some of those records that are on that, from what I heard, are extremely dope ass ideas. It's just unfinished. So
but you know what? If you're a rapper, and this is where my frustration comes from, because here it is, you and Lone are both artists. Okay, you have things that you have to do in your real lives to maintain your ability to live, but you're both artists who are able to create, and you have the time to still finish ideas and create, in a little time that you have. Here's somebody in Jay Electronica where all he has to do is, that's why I don't, when people talk about Lauryn Hill and all these people, and like, I don't give them excuses about, they don't have the excuse of having unfinished ideas, because they have the luxury of being artists full time. I know people who literally have to teach school or go work in an office or do whatever, and they're able to create these bodies of work that not a lot of people are going to hear, just because, look, they're doing it purely out of their artistic expression and vision, and they're able to complete entire ideas. And then I have to listen to a Jay Electronica album that's half baked, and some of this stuff is from 8 or 9 years ago, and some of the tracks are just, like I said, one of them is just a walkie-talkie commercial and like with a beat under it. I'm like, am I supposed to be impressed? Because I'm not. So there it is.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not.
Listen,
Yeah,
I get it. I understand.
Hey, Jay.
I get it.
Hey Jay, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you don't really know how I feel about this Jay Electronic album?
Jay Moore was like, nah, I don't even hear any of the dope ideas. I don't hear none of that. This whack.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, look, you put this out the same week that like I said, West Side Gun puts out an album with an ill Black Thought feature. Jadakiss snaps. He's got time to get 2 verses from Slick Rick. And I got to listen to you put Shiny Suit Theory on a second album.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
If you've enjoyed this segment of the New Old Heads podcast, make sure to join our live show every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/bringingdowntheband and join our private Discord community with talks on hip-hop, music, news, and everything else.